Questions.
I was just going to take a bite, and now you're back, so I can't. Okay, fine. How are you enjoing the food?
This is so good.
We're having
so
a lovely time.
Yes, yes. I have to say, Mary Lou Henner is freaking us all out about cheese.
Doug was saying something during the break that your wife loves it that you're on radio because
She can turn me off there at home. She keeps pushing buttons and there's none there.
Is it now?
Are you talking about the bad sex for 7 years again? It's hard to find your knob, I understand.
Hello. That was worth a toast. There, very nice, very nice. This is just the best. That's right.
There hasn't been that much.
Let me ask, because your husband, your current husband, because when I met you, you were on. When I first met you, you were.
I was married to my second husband.
Your second husband.
She's got ring burn.
And rug burn.
But he factors into Wear Your Life Well, which is your recent New York Times bestseller, I might add.
Thank you very much. Yes. Well, this book has a lot of different things in it, but it's basically about asking the hard question about how much do you love your life. And if you say, oh, it's great and everything else, that's one thing. But if you say, no, I feel imprisoned by bad health or a body that's not serving me well, or a bad relationship, or because you see so many people walk around with this cloud over their head and they're miserable or something, and other people who don't feel that way. So it's really about asking yourself the hard questions and sort of working on that, that big epicenter, your brain, and sort of changing your normal. Because if your normal has just become this familiar misery that you've accepted, well then that's what I'm hoping to ask the questions and sort of give you tweaking. And in terms of my husband, he is someone who went through 2 cancers and totally changed his normal as a result of a program I put him on and getting like the best of the different doctors. I'm kind of the doctor concierge, so I took him around. No, seriously, if you're ever sick, especially you. If you're ever sick, you come to me and I know like how to help you. So,
and the food component is such a big component
for you,
because
right? You think about it, it's the one thing we do every single day that we do have some control over. I mean, people expect like a pill to cure cancer or take care of things, but there's so much power in a plate of food, and it's something that we get to do, thank God, because I don't trust people who don't like to eat. It's something we get to do every day.
What do you eat? Because I pictured that you eat little pellets, and then you run on like a little wheel.
No, I do exercise, but not even that much. But no, you know what it is? Pardon me?
What did you say the name of the book was?
It's called Wear Your Life Well. Use what you have to get what you want. Because it's the powers not only within all of us, people don't realize they've been setting up the foundation to have exactly the life they want all along.
One of the nice
things... I need to get to the girl stuff.
Okay, what do you eat?
Because she's gorgeous.
This is actually Soylent Green, by the way.
Yeah, especially if we heat it up.
Soylent Green is people!
I eat pasta, I eat grains, I eat beans, I eat a little bit of fish, I eat lots of vegetables, fruits, I eat, the healthy sweeteners, things that aren't like the robbers, the kiddie cocaine that most people eat, the white flours and the white sugars and things like that. But I eat a lot. I eat like 5 times a day.
You look gorgeous. If only you were mean so I could hate you.
Damn it.
Graham, what's your major passion? Obviously, with treehugger.com, one would think it's the environment and all that goes with it. But any one aspect of that, like Mary Lou zeroes in on food.
Well, I mean, I think the big picture and what I'm most interested in. I mean, I'm interested in social entrepreneurial stuff in general, but we have a design problem. The way that we think about the world was formed mostly at a time, say 100 years ago, Industrial Revolution. There was a quarter as few people, and natural resources seem unlimited. And so it's really not about beating ourselves up. It's about rethinking the way that we live in this world. And it's sort of exciting, and the good news is it's sort of common sense. We've realized that we've maxed out our credit cards. We're using too many of the resources, and they're not renewing themselves sufficiently. So I'm really interested in that, sort of how we take this next level, and I think we can live a great life, but live one that's much more sustainable and allows us to stick around for a lot longer.
Stephanie, in the case of the mercury poisoning you're dealing with, it kind of hit home. I mean,
yeah, I didn't care about anything about this, Tom, until it was about me.
Well, you're not alone. A lot of people feel that way.
Now it's important,
right.
as you can imagine. But it did wake me up. I mean, the most important thing I've done up till now is have Ed Begley on my radio show as much as possible, which is the best thing you can do for the environment. But I've had Ted Danson on to talk about the oceans because he's worked a lot on this. Daryl Hannah's been, a lot of people have really been out front on this whole environmental thing. But yeah, it is when it comes home, because I didn't even know anything about mercury poisoning. I've had Daphne Zuniga on; she's had mercury poisoning. So I think that it's something that you don't pay attention to until you realize how they're poisoning the oceans. That, I can't even, literally, I asked my doctor, I can't eat fish for maybe a year or two while I'm doing this chelation therapy. And I said, well, can I just have the bigger fish or the other kind? And he's like, well, that's like asking me, can you have the little thing of rat poison instead of the big thing of rat poison?
So even the smaller fish, I mean, it's bioaccumulation,
It's better,
right?
but there's mercury in everything. He said it's better, if you go with the smaller fish and not the bigger fish or whatever,
It's still bad. So what are you supposed to eat?
I eat as much meat and dairy as possible. In fact, you know what? I might just...
Look at that cheese go right down there. Any eco sins that you want to fess up to? We started the show talking about one of yours, the SUV that you drive because of your dog.
I have a 3 giant dog exemption.
3 big dogs? I have 1 big one.
340-pound dogs, thank you very much. But I will, when my lease is up, I'm going to get a hybrid because you can get an SUV hybrid now. But
if you didn't feed your dogs dairy, they'd probably weigh about 10 pounds each.
Here's what I do. Here's what I do to contribute is I do live a life as a really elderly shut-in loser. So I barely drive anywhere.
Oh, that's so good.
She has a lot of green clothes.
Yes, I wear a lot of green.
And that's got to count for something, Dan.
What I do, Doug knows, we're in morning radio. I go to my radio station, which is about 5 miles away. I come home, I work from home, I go to bed at 7. I have absolutely no social life. So that's my contribution to the environment is I'm a loser.
Okay. All right, we're going to move into the living room for self-esteem coaching.
Okay.
And we'll wrap this up a little leftover so we don't waste any of the food when Supper Club comes right back.
For your dogs.
Come on, we'll do an intervention for you over there. Yeah.
Okay.